So Blueberry Funded has been on the rise massively in the past year, going from the broker space straight into the prop firm industry. It seems like they've already hit the top ranks and have already officially landed themselves that #1 spot for broker-backed prop firms. But the question still remains, can they actually be trusted? Well, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing my entire experience with them getting funded and really just reviewing everything that I liked, the things I didn't like, with absolutely no filter. Now, there are some hidden rules that I will reveal in throughout this entire video, because if you do hit them, you can hit some sort of hard breach. So watch till the very end so you can actually learn for yourself if it's even worth getting the challenge with them or not. By the way, if you don't know me already, my name's Diamant. I've been trading for the last 7 years, profitable for the last 4. And in that time, I've pretty much helped hundreds of traders get funded and stay consistent with a systematic approach. Now, trading is literally all I do day in and day out. So I'm pretty excited to start reviewing all of these prop firms out here. So leave some suggestions down below and let's get straight into it. So first things first, let's actually identify why would we even consider Blueberry Funded in the first place. And one thing I really think it comes down to is it is a broker-backed prop firm. See, many of the prop firms in the industry right now are influencer-led. Now, I'm not saying it's an issue because of course they still do pay out and everything, but especially in the beginning stage, how long will they even last? Once they get past that 1 year mark or whatever, obviously there's that trust built over there. But with Blueberry Funded, you know they've got that Blueberry brokerage behind it. And with 20 years of combined experience as well, you know you're going to be in good hands. Now, when it comes to the actual website, pretty much what we can see, a lot of key benefits. The one thing I will note, when they do say smallest spread in gold in the industry, honestly, this is my perception as well. One thing I realized on the challenge, I really went quite hard on gold simply because the spreads were actually tiny. When you would execute, it would be very, very precise. They've got different types of scaling plans and everything like that, different types of challenges. Personally, I like to go for the 2-step usually, but here they've got this prime challenge as well. I'll explain that a bit later on in the video. But overall, seems like a very, very solid firm going forwards. And by the way, we are giving away 250k worth of challenges. Check the links in the description and see what it's all about to get involved. So as I mentioned at the start of this video, I'm going to try and keep this as personal as possible. So I've actually gone ahead and passed this 100k in challenges so far with Blueberry Funded. As you can see, the certificates recently. To be honest, my experience with it was great. I never had run into any issues or anything like that. There's only a few rules that you actually have to be aware of. And if you can stick to that guideline, there's not going to be any issue at all. You should be passing it with ease and basically just stick to your strategy and everything like that. Now, in terms of the actual rules to be aware of, there's definitely a few. Number one, there's a lot size rule that you should keep in mind. With gold, it's 2 lots on a 100k account. With Forex, it's 12 lots. And then obviously you've got NAS, BTC, and any of the others you can see on their website as well. But what I have seen is it doesn't really affect anything much. When you compare this to some of the other firms, they use a margin size rule, which is a bit harder to calculate. So for me personally, this just makes it a lot easier. I keep it at the back of my mind. I can't exceed 2 lots. I can't exceed 12. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, just keep that in mind as you are trading. The next thing, copy trading is actually allowed. So if you want to hook it up to your other personal accounts, whether it's between Blueberry Funded or let's just say with Funding Pips or Funded Next, whatever it is, you can actually copy between them. So just make sure that you've got something that is solid. Reverse hand trading, that's not allowed. So if in one instance you are buying up in that moment and then immediately after you sell, that's going to count as a breach. So just keep that in mind going forwards. You can't be too aggressive in two sides of the markets. Again, martingale, all that kind of stuff as per usual is not going to be allowed as well. And then the final thing is position stacking on one pair. If the max you can have on one pair is 4 stacked positions anyways, but to be honest, because of the lot size rule, you're not going to be having that issue anyways. If you're on a 100k account, keep gold at around 1 lot, well, maybe even a max at 2 lots, but nothing else really. 7 maximum trades across all instruments as well. To be honest, the best thing I like to do is just keep it simple. And as a bonus one as well, there's actually no consistency rules over here. So you can pass it with ease, not thinking in your head, okay, cool, I need to trade another few days to try and get that consistency up. So personally, this is really what benefited me in this entire challenge. And obviously just looking at that as well, when we do look at the account overviews, you can see here, it was literally just past a few days. To be honest, not many issues at all. Now, Blueberry Funded, is it actually worth it? In my opinion, there are a few things that are against it. So number one, you've got the max lot size rule. It would be good if we could actually go for more of the lots, but obviously keeping in mind that, again, that will kind of bring you above the risk anyways. With that 4% or 5% risk per day, you're not really going to want to go over that anyways. The next thing, can't trade news events. So you can only do 2 minutes before and 2 minutes afterwards in terms of entering. Obviously, make sure that your trades from hours before are kind of locked in at break even or whatever it is. And then obviously reverse trading, stacking unlimited trades, that's not allowed as well. But the benefits, there's many. Various challenge types. We've obviously seen a few where, for example, you've got the normal 1-step, 2-step, you've got the prime, which personally, I think that's got the best conditions possible. It's got good spreads. It's broker backed, which is one of the most important things. Copy trading is allowed. They've got over 20 years of experience and a promise of no payout denials as well. Again, with everyone that I've spoken to, especially people in my community who have tried Blueberry Funded, they basically locked in their payouts as well with no complaints at all. Now, what about pricing? Pricing is obviously going to be one of the biggest things coming into this. When you do compare it to a lot of the other firms, it is very competitive. Now, typically with a 100K account, it's going to cost you $500 or $500. But with the 30% off code down below, if you use the code Diamant30, you will get 30% off immediately, whether it's 100K, 200K, any challenge type. When you do compare that to FTMO, $625, even funded next as well, $550. So it is very competitive. Just make sure to obviously use that code down below. Now, for me personally, when I'm looking for a firm, I really do like to think that if you've got good spreads, you've got good challenge types, you've got a firm that is trusted and can actually pay you out as well, and good pricing, I really do think that's a prop firm that you can actually trust and go ahead with. And so that pretty much concludes everything throughout this entire video. Again, some good personal experience with them. I'm going to get them payouts locked in and see how that experience goes as well. Again, if you do want to get involved with the 250K giveaway, there's going to be 5 winners in total. Just follow the links in the description and obviously all the details. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I kept it as simple as possible, to be honest, and giving you everything that I kind of found throughout this entire experience. So yeah, let me know if you want to see any of the other prop firms, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.